سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم وقل رب زدني علما. قال الإمام النووي رحمه الله تبارك وتعالى ونفعنا بعلومه في الدارين. قال الخامس عشر عن أنس رضي الله عنه قال غاب عمي أنس بن النضر رضي الله عنه عن قتال بدر فقال يا رسول الله غبت عن أول قتال قتلت المشركين لئن الله أشهدني قتال المشركين ليرين الله ما أصنع. فلما كان يوم أحد انكشف المسلمون فقال اللهم أعتذر إليك مما صنع هؤلاء يعني أصحابه وأبرأ إليك مما صنع هؤلاء يعني المشركين. ثم تقدم فاستقبله سعد بن معاذ قال يا سعد بن معاذ الجنة ورب الكعبة إني أجد ريحها من دون أحد. وللحديث بقية. So continuing with the bab of mujahada, struggling, striving, and making effort and sacrifice in the way of Allah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the most amazing example of such mujahada, of the ultimate type. So Sayyidina Anas radiallahu anhu narrates that his uncle Anas ibn Nadr radiallahu anhu, so he was not present in the Battle of Badr. He missed it for whatever reason. And actually the Battle of Badr was not one of these battles that everyone was prepared for a big battle. It wasn't actually supposed to be a big battle. Inshallah in our Sirah class we'll look at that in detail. But basically, you know, the Muslims thought it was a small caravan they were going to approach. So actually not many of the Sahaba actually were there, only 313. In any case, so he was not fortunate to have been among the Ashab al-Badr, to be among the participants in the Battle of Badr. So he said, Ya Rasulullah, I was absent in the first, war, in the first battle that you had with the mushriks, with the idolaters and the polytheists. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, arranges it such that I am able to actually attend, the battle with the mushrikeen, with the polytheists in another instance. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will definitely show what I will do. In other words, I'll really show something, extraordinary. So when the Battle of Uhud came to take place, so as we know in the Battle of Uhud, what happened was that originally the Muslims were having the upper hand, and then because of a mistake on their part, the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was lifted and the mushrikeen got the better of them. And the Muslims were routed, in a very terrible way. 70 shuhada also were 70 shahadats actually took place. 70 martyrs were killed in that battle. So during this whole commotion and during this chaos, so as the Muslims were being routed and the mushriks now had gained the upper hand, so Anas ibn Nadr, he prays to Allah Jalla Jalla. He says, Allahumma a'tadiru ilayka mimma sana haula. Oh Allah, I'm seeking a sort of a'tadiru, I'm looking for an excuse, and I seek big excuse on my part and on behalf of my companions. What these people have done. Actually, they were routed, and they turned and they were fleeing. So Allah, I ask you to excuse, and I'm seeking excuse from you from what these people are doing. And then he turns to the mushriks. He says, Oh Allah, and I'm definitely free from what these people are doing. Right? So then he took his sword and he's going to charge and actually go right into the ranks of the mushriks. And he says on his way, so he meets Sa'd ibn Mu'adh radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And so he says, Oh Sa'd, says, I tell you, I am experiencing the fragrance of Jannah towards the mountain of Uhud. And then he proceeded, and what takes place inshallah tomorrow, we'll hear the end of inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.